Another example of my frat boy life existence. Hello Divas and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. This is Diva Tested, Diva Approved. And we're going to do a little clean out underneath my sink, chit chat, update, potpourri. I don't even know. I don't even really like the word potpourri. Ugh. So, yeah, I'm going to insert, well, I inserted before some pictures of underneath my sink. It's not as bad as what it has been, but again, definitely proof of my frat boy existence. I need a personal assistant. I need a housekeeper. I need a chef. I just need somebody to take care of me all the time. Like a husband. I'm single. Yeah, DM me. Whatever. Anyhow, I'm going to go through some of the stuff and we'll just do a little chit chat. And I'll tell you what I'm throwing away. Like you care. Whatever. Anyway, have an appointment on Wednesday. Today's Monday. I have an appointment on Wednesday with an endocrinologist because when I had my whole colonoscopy deal and they did a lot of blood tests, they found out that my thyroid stimulating hormone, or the TSH, the levels were like off. So it took a while for me to get into my family doctor because the people who work in her office are heinous. And anyway, long story short, I had the test run again in early February. And she was like, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. You're fine. Oh, okay, sorry. But I was like, I just need you to run this test again. And so she finally did run the test again. And I happened to be in San Francisco when the test results came back. And she actually had somebody call me. She didn't make me get on the patient portal and find out the results. So my TSH level is low. And when she initially did this, she told me that I was hypothyroid, which means that your thyroid isn't using the thyroid hormone that it stimulates, which kind of made sense because I'm always really tired. I can sleep 10 hours, I can sleep 3 hours, I can sleep 12 hours, I can sleep 16 hours, I can sleep, doesn't matter how much I sleep or how little I sleep, I still feel the same when I wake up. I'm still tired. So I went all these weeks thinking that I was hypothyroid, and then I found out the other day because I wanted to look at the numbers again so I could prepare for the endocrinologist, even though he's seen all these things, and she changed it to hyperthyroidism because I thought it's kind of weird, like thinking about the numbers, and I had looked at charts, so I wanted to go back and check, and she changed it. She had hypo and now it's hyper, because my thyroid stimulating hormone level is 0.14 and it should be, I think, 0.35 to like 0.53. I can't remember. I'm not a doctor, but it's low. So that means that my body is using up all the hormone, and this makes me wonder why I'm not 120 pounds. I'm just kidding. Probably because I sleep like 16 hours a day. Yeah, that's why I'm not 120 pounds. And I like ice cream and cheese. Yeah. So, yeah, super fun. I hope the doctor, this endocrinologist, can figure out what is going on, because clearly my doctor doesn't know, which makes me kind of worry. Like, after the fiasco with her telling like there was nothing wrong with my stomach or my intestines, I just see this cells, no. I kind of don't have a whole lot of faith in her, and that's bad, but then when she screwed up hyper and hypo, I don't know. So comment below, should I like her, you know, let it slide? Not sure. So hopefully the endocrinologist can figure out what's going on, because I have felt awful for months and months and months. And I'm very grouchy all the time. And I'm very tired. And it makes life really difficult, because I don't like to be grouchy, but it just happens. Like, people just get on my nerves. So hopefully they'll be able to figure this out. If it is hyperthyroidism, I still want to ask the doctor, why am I not 120 pounds? And he'll probably be like, because you're a fat little girl. And I'll be like, thanks, dude, you rock. Yeah. So depending on if we're hyper or we're hypo, that will depend on, like, that will dictate what the medicine is. If it's hyper, which means, obviously that's what the numbers are reading, that would mean that it could be like a one dose thing. Like, it's an iodine pill you take, that supposedly like knocks it all back into the right, how do I say it? Kind of knocks it back into order. I'm not a doctor. So if it's hyper or hypo, see, I've said these words so many times. If it's hypo, that would mean medicine probably for like the rest of my life. But people have been doing this for years, and it's not a big deal. It's a pill every day. You just learn to like go with it, and you know, like once they figure out the right levels, then you start to feel better and hopefully not be grouchy like me, and then you just stay on the medicine and, you know, see a doctor. I don't know how often you have to go back, but you know, you just see the doctor and keep your levels constant and go from there. So I'll be anxious to see what they tell me this week. It's only taken, I made this appointment the 20th of February. The appointment is the 27th of March. Do the math, that's a lot of days. Anyone out there that wants to go into medicine, or you're like, oh, I think I might want to be a doctor, kids, become an endocrinologist. Because clearly in Indianapolis, they are very, very, very popular. And the lady told me when I called to make the appointments, yeah, like they only work 3 days a week. Clearly, I went into the wrong field. And if you are smart enough to be an endocrinologist, go be one. Live the dream, kids. Live the dream. So, kind of brings me to, what am I doing? It's the toiletry, the travel toiletry box. It's a little out of control. Just gonna have to deal with it. Kind of brings me to just, life has been hard like the last Oh. Eight months. I had to count. That was hard. And I keep thinking like, oh, it's just stress, or, you know, there's a lot of changes. And then I'm like, well, is it all just my health? So I'm kind of like very perplexed. Changing positions at work was not easy, and clearly I was not expecting this to happen. So kind of knocked me for a loop, and I kept thinking like, oh, once I get kind of comfortable with what I'm doing, it'll be better, but I still don't feel comfortable. I'm gonna try not to cry here. Ooh, I'm gonna do the Heidi Brooks. Yeah, I feel like I struggle a lot. Honest. Yeah. Maybe I won't put this in this video. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I'll just leave it there. So, the perfectionist in me, like, wants to be, like, perfect, obviously, and, I'm not. Clearly not perfect. So, makes me a little anxious, and I also found out that if it is indeed hyperthyroidism, that could explain some of the whole anxiousness thing. So I keep wanting to think like, oh, it's just my health, and it's just kind of, everything's all screwy, and, you know, if they figure this out, like, I'll be fine, and, I'll be back to normal. I don't even really know what normal is, because, you know, girl, you ain't normal. So, I have no clue what this is. Oh no. Sorry. So, yeah, I really hope that whatever is wrong with me, I've literally been looking for this for like 3 months. Great. Whatever is wrong with me, they can figure it out so I can start to feel normal and not feel grouchy and irritable and disgusted with people. I'd also like to be able to like sleep like a normal person, because Saturday, I think I slept a lot of hours. I'm kind of embarrassed because I'm pretty sure I slept about 17 or 18 hours. Not straight. You know, 12 of those hours were pretty straight. I got up for a bathroom break there. Every time I would try to wake myself up, I would get up and I would go to the bathroom. I got up and got something to drink. I had a really bad headache, and I got up and I got medicine and I drank something, and I was like, oh, I'll just stay awake. And the next thing I know, I was waking up again, and I was like, and it was like 4 hours later. So that was pretty much Saturday. Was like, I would be awake for a little bit, and then I would like, crash, and I would wake up again and be like, I'm hungry, but I don't want to get out of bed, or like I need a shower, but I don't want to get out of bed. So that was Saturday, yesterday I was very afraid that it was going to start out like that again. But I kind of forced myself finally to get up and do a few things. Could not force myself to go to the grocery store. I just couldn't do it. I didn't want to deal with people at the grocery store, which is a big problem. I just can't deal with people that irritate me. So that's a problem, clearly. Which is why, like, people laugh and I'm like, yeah, I order my groceries like Amazon Prime, or I've done Peapod, and I did Click List last week at Kroger. If you have any, like, Kroger or I can't think, Kroger owns a bunch of different grocery stores, but some of them will have a thing called Click List or Pickup. So you order all your groceries online and then you pull up to a certain spot, you call, let them know that you're there, and they bring your groceries out and put them in your car for you. Sometimes I do it for the convenience because it saves me money. I don't make impulse buys. But a lot of times I do it because I just don't want to deal with the people in the grocery store. Like, I just can't deal with, I don't know, they irritate me. I sound like a really horrible person. I just get overloaded, I think. So, yeah, I finally figured out that I was like, oh, I have bacon in the freezer, and I have rice, and I have all the things I can make risotto. So I got out of going to the grocery store because I had the stuff to make risotto. And then I thought, okay, after I eat, I'll be able to go to the grocery store. I just didn't have it in me. So I went today after work. It wasn't awful. I got through. I spent too much money. Again, it was like impulse buying, and I don't even really know what I bought. So, yeah, super fun times. So, that's where I'm at. Yeah, living the dream. Living the dream. Yeah, that's like a big fat lie. Yeah. So hopefully the endocrinologist will just be the answer to my prayers and fix me, make me not irritable and grouchy and all those things, and sleepy. Yeah, because this is not fun, I will tell you. Like, sometimes it's fun to be lazy and hang out at home and do nothing. I like those kind of weekends, but when I sleep for a majority of the weekend, there's a problem. And when I can't motivate myself to go to the grocery store because there's no food in my house, there's a problem. And yeah, I really can't like keep doing this because it's not healthy. So I hope that I get some answers. Yeah, this is kind of a Debbie Downer video. I'm very sorry. But this is real life. Hashtag real life. This is true. So, yeah. I feel like I've said the same thing like 37 times. At least it's clean again underneath the sink. Looks good. It's pretty organized until I travel again, and then it will not be organized. So, as I look at all the travel stuff, it's like a mess in here. Oh Lord. I can't. I really can't. No, I can't. Sometimes you just gotta say no. Just put that underneath there in its little place. It's all good in the hood. Yeah, so I will let you know what I find out about the thyroid, if I'm hyper or hypo, or if I'm just crazy. That could very well be true. So anyway, sorry it's a little long, and depressing. But I'll be back again, with another video, a little update, and yeah. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, divas! See, I'm no longer living like a frat boy.